Hello, I'm Lisa Rossiter, and today I'm going to be discussing with you behavior and manners, the importance of face, etiquette in business meetings, and basic Chinese language phrases. Behavior and manners. Do not use large hand movements. Unlike Western countries, Chinese do not speak with their hands. Therefore, your movements may be distracting to your host. Also, pointing is not accepted in Chinese culture. If you must point to get your idea across, do not use your index finger. Instead, gesture with an open palm in the general direction in which you are pointing. Do not tip at meals. It's considered insulting. However, the practice of tipping is becoming more common among the Chinese. Always arrive early or on time, especially if you're the guest. Arriving late is considered rude. If you do arrive late, you must apologize right when you get there. The importance of face. Face means honor or respect. It's very important to keep face in Chinese culture. Face is the most revered thing in Chinese culture, and they try not to only keep it, but gain it as well. Avoid losing face or causing the loss of face at all times. There are 4 types of face. First, Jumanzi. This is when one's actions or deeds have been exposed to people. For example, if you do something that benefits the business and people find out about it. Secondly, Jimenzi involves the giving of face to others through showing respect. This is like when you show respect to an elder or a business associate. Thirdly, Lumenzi. This is developed by avoiding mistakes or showing wisdom in action. For example, if you're asked to solve a problem and you solve it correctly. And lastly, Jimenzi. This is when face is increased through others. For example, when someone is complimenting you to an associate. Business meetings. The etiquette in Chinese business meetings may be a little different than the etiquette in American meetings. However, appointments are expected for all business meetings in China just like they are here in the US. Appointments should be scheduled around holidays, and these holidays may include Chinese New Year, May Day, and National Day. Set up an agenda for your appointment to ensure that you are prepared for this meeting. The first person to enter the room is the head of the group. In China, it's assumed that if you enter the room first, you are the leader. So unless you are leading the group, make sure to keep this in mind so that you do not offend the person who is actually running the meeting. Important guests are usually escorted to their seats. This is to show respect and make the guests feel esteemed and appreciated at all times. Meetings begin with small talk in China. Resist the temptation to get down to business right away. Also, avoid telling Western-style jokes. Sometimes they don't translate across cultures, and that can cause confusion or even hurt feelings. Basic language phrases. There are 4 phrases that one must learn in order not to offend when visiting any foreign country. It's a very good idea that you study the language in order to show respect. These are the most important words to learn before traveling. The 4 words are hello, please, thank you, and you're welcome. In Chinese, hello is ni hao, please is jin, thank you, xie xi, and you're welcome is buyong shi. Learning these simple words can help someone feel welcomed and appreciated. By learning these words, it comes across that you care about the people you are associating with. And now here is Jean Summers to discuss currency and exchange, food, entertainment, and recreation, and Chinese business cards.
Hi, my name is Gene Summers, and today I'll be talking about currency and exchange in China. The legal tender of the People's Republic of China issued by the People's Bank of China is the yuan. The yuan comes in denominations of 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100 yuan notes. I prepared a copy of what the notes might look like. And these are all the denominations that I just discussed. While traveling in China, it is advisable to get smaller denominations of currency from the bank. These smaller denominations will be helpful in paying for transportation, postage, gifts, and other things that may arise. Credit card use is not widely used in China as it is in the US, so you're not going to find the ATM machines that you normally find in the US. If you're looking to exchange your currency, it is advisable to exchange a small amount before arriving in China. Though the rates will be more favorable in China, it is always good to have a small amount with you for incidentals. Some of the locations where you can exchange currency in China would be banks, 4-star hotels, exchange services, and the airport. Remember to bring your passport, which will be needed and presented when converting currency in the country. However, for remote areas, it is difficult to exchange currency or use a credit card, and it's always advisable to take enough money with you if you're going to be traveling to rural or remote parts of China. Thank you. Hi, my name's Gene Summers, and today I'll be going over entertainment and food and how they play an important part in conducting business with the Chinese. Chinese business entertainment generally involves food. I'll start off by saying that business breakfasts aren't very common in most Chinese provinces, but the morning tea, lunch, and dinner are. The most popular business ritual in China, however, is the banquet. A trip is made to the restaurant even before any business discussions take place. Most likely, the restaurant you'll be attending will be a grand one, and if you are invited to a banquet in China, prepare yourself for a meal to remember. The banquet can consist up to 30 dishes being served over a period of 2 to 3 hours, and is therefore wise to pace yourself. Try to eat a little of each dish rather than sticking to one dish that you recognize. If you finish everything, this can be taken as a sign that you are still hungry. It's very disrespectful. The seating arrangements at a banquet are very complex and are linked to perception of hierarchy and status. If you are invited, you will be shown where to sit. However, if you are the host, it is probably best to get some local advice on the best seating plan if you want to avoid insulting anybody. The meal is usually coming to an end when the fruit is served and the hot towels are given out. It is possible to leave after this stage of the proceedings, although the host is unlikely to initiate your departure. Meals can be accompanied by a great deal of smoking, even during the courses. The idea of no smoking restaurants really hasn't taken off in China. It is acceptable to belch and slurp during the meal, as this is taken as a sign of appreciation. Alcohol will most likely be consumed in large quantities during a formal banquet, mainly either beer or local clear spirits, which can be very potent. Although it is not really a problem if you drink too much, it is probably safest to be wary of unknown local liquors. I'm going to go over some of the typical dishes that you may see at a banquet. I'm just going to go over 12. So the first one you may see would be baked stuffed conchas with chopped up conch meat, celery and bamboo shoots, and a Portuguese sauce. You may see forbidden shark's fin soup. The soup is served in a shallow soup bowl to show off the considerable amount of shark's fin in the middle. Shark's fin doesn't really have any taste. It's relying on its texture and the soup that it's cooked in. Its costliness guarantees demand and prestige. Another delicacy would be whole abalone with broccoli. Dried abalone is very expensive and can cost up to $100 a piece. Chicken fried in hand-poured oil. This is cooked in a wok. This is pretty traditional. A veggie dish with baby pea shoots and whole garlic. Double lobster baked in a Maggi sauce. Double sea bass. Olive and chicken fried rice and in noodles al dente. Sweet tapioca soup and taro. Green tea pastries. These are just a couple of the unique dishes that you might encounter while dining in a Chinese banquet, and these foods are very prestigious and can be very costly, so thank you very much.